Okay, so in today's video, I'm just gonna give my experience of being a barbershop owner. So I've been a barbershop owner now for a year and a half where I've owned a large space. Before I had like studios, or technically it was a barbershop, considered that I still had to get a barbershop license, but it was like 200 square feet. The other one was 180 square feet, but this is what I would actually consider a barbershop. It's been a huge learning curve, a lot of trial and error, a lot of sacrifices I've had to do, and I still have to do a lot of learning, sacrificing, trial and error. This is not a successful barbershop by any means. I work by myself. I've been working by myself for a year and a half. Thankfully, I've been able to pay all the bills, but my goal is to have a barbershop that I have obviously multiple barbers and a good solid team, a good barbershop that it doesn't matter who you get your haircut with, you're gonna be satisfied with the service. That's what I'm trying to build. And obviously that's why I got a larger space so I can have other barbers. That's the whole point of having the barbershop. But it's been a big learning curve because there is no one to blame except yourself. Once you become a barbershop owner, it's all on you. So if I can't find barbers, I'm doing something wrong. Reviews, it's on me. Everything is on me. So that is a good motivator as well. It's motivated me. It's helped me. I feel like I've grown a lot. I've matured a lot in this last few years, even since before I had the barbershop, even when I was in the studio for a couple years. It's helped me in the career of barbering, like getting motivated, and it pushes me to learn about business. Like there's so much things I had to learn, networking, and I'm still learning a lot of stuff. I'm still like what I would say like in first grade compared to the barbering world. Now it is a good step to finally have my own place, like a barbershop, but it's been a struggle. I'm not gonna say it's not. It's not a struggle to where I've had to pull out large amounts of loans or ask someone to help me, or I ask online, I'll say, help wanted in terms of hiring, but I haven't needed like actual help in terms of like financial, or I can't pay the bills. So thankfully, I haven't needed that kind of help, but I do need a lot of help still with learning how to hire barbers. Number one, I have not been successful at hiring barbers or even being able to keep them. I had one guy who came in for like a little bit, a few Saturdays, then he left. I had two guys that came in for a few Saturdays, so it's been a struggle for sure. There's a lot of pros and cons for sure, like to having your own space. You get to pick whatever you want to do. You get to pick the music, the time, how you want the layout, how you want to personalize the space. I can do whatever I want in here. That's the good thing. That's the freedom you have. The name, the creativity, is very satisfying to have that creativity and have that, and then be able to come into work, and this is my job. So not only can I be creative and do stuff that I enjoy and like, but also it's the way I make money and how I make a living. The bad thing I would say is if you're a big partier, or if you there's going to be a lot of sacrifices you have to do. So that is one thing I will say. There's a lot of sacrifices you have to do. So like, I'm not a partier. I don't go out and party. I don't spend a lot of money. I don't drink. I've cut a lot of stuff out that I saw could potentially affect the business and maybe even make me go out of business. So if I'm partying every Friday and I'm spending $100 to $200 every Friday, next thing you know, that's $400 to $800 a month extra. Maybe I'm showing up late to my Saturday appointments. So it's a trickle-down effect. So I've had to cut out a lot of stuff and sacrifice a lot of stuff. I come in 5 days a week consistently. I haven't taken vacations. Like, I think the most I've taken is like 4 days off. So like my 2 days off plus I took an additional 2 days off. So I've had 4 days in a row. That's my longest vacation. Now, at first I was coming in sometimes Monday mornings, Tuesday mornings, which are my days off. And then that's also now when I clean up. But now I pretty much just stick with 5 full days of cutting, and I keep my hours. Sometimes I go over a little bit. I come in a little earlier sometimes, so I just can't be doing certain things. I can't be sleeping in. I can't take like just say, oh, I'm taking off all week. Next week I can't just take it off if I feel like it. So I don't have that freedom like I did being at a walk-in barbershop where I can stay as late as I want and have no like maybe no appointments, just take a lot of people, but there's a lot of give and take. But anyways, at the end of the day, I will say if you are thinking about opening up a barbershop, I'd say it's definitely worth it. Everything I put in, the amount of hours, everything is definitely been worth it to me. But there was a point in time in my life where if I would have had to give up, let's say, partying or give up my long 1 month long vacations that I would take in the summertime, like I wouldn't, just a lot of stuff I wouldn't have given that up, to where one day I can potentially get that back. But first I'm gonna have to sacrifice now. But anyways, I'm at a different place in my life now. Like I'd say also maturity level wise and focused wise, to where I can make smarter decisions. So having a barbershop is not such a big worry. Like I don't have such a big fear of like, I'm not gonna be able to pay this, or I can't pay this, or what if I don't get barbers, because I'm so focused now and mature, and I know if I need to make a sacrifice, I'm willing to do it financially. If I have to not spend money on clothes, or if I have to like not go out or work more hours, I'm willing to do it. So if that's your mindset now, I would definitely suggest open up a barbershop, and obviously, you know, get a lot of your numbers and everything prior. But if you're at that mindset where you're focused, you're making a good amount of money, you're willing to make those sacrifices, you don't care if you go out and party on the weekends, you don't care if you have a really nice car and you have these payments, or you have a nice house and high payments. Like if you don't care about that stuff and you're willing to sacrifice that, and that's where your mindset is now, and you're willing to work later hours if you have to make ends meet, then I would suggest look into opening up a barbershop. Maybe you're ready, and even if you're not ready, like what's the worst that can happen, you know? That's what I did. I just took a leap of faith, and now I will say that it's definitely worth it. What once was scary is not so scary now, but now I have other goals that are scary that I'm gonna have to jump into. But anyways, that was just my little story of being a barbershop owner. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out, and I'm always, you know, willing to help anyone in terms of like messaging, advice, whatever. Or if you want me to make a specific video and I have time, I'll more than gladly do it. But anyways, I'll catch you all on the next one.